Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez are headed for divorce, and we're now hearing that this relationship was way more toxic than it seemed, and Dalton was reportedly very controlling of Ariana.
Ariana Grande's husband, Dalton Gomez, apparently wouldn't let Ariana Grande go to the Barbie movie premiere without him.
There's been a lot of speculation over the past couple of months that Ariana lost a bunch of weight due to the stress Dalton was causing her, and it now turns out that Dalton apparently tried to make Ariana feel guilty about working too much. On top of all of that, sources close to Dalton are saying that he was annoyed by the attention Ariana was getting everywhere they went, and he even questioned why she needed security around her. So yeah, it looks like this marriage was doomed from the start, and Ariana's fans are actually happy that Ariana and Dalton are separating because she really didn't seem like herself since she married him. But what exactly did Ariana say about her decision to end things with Dalton? Let's get into it.
I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly and at the lowest points of my life.
It's official. Ariana Grande and her husband Dalton Gomez have decided to go their separate ways after less than 2 years of marriage. And while this news may come as a shock to some, Ariana's fans are saying that they saw this coming a mile away because there were a lot of red flags about this relationship. The first red flag is that Ariana and Dalton were a quarantine couple, and they didn't really take time to get to know each other before taking things to the next level. They were first linked in February 2020 when TMZ reported that Ariana was spotted making out with a rando in an LA bar. No one knew who Dalton was at the time, and TMZ noted that the mystery man probably wasn't anyone famous because no one at the bar recognized him. It later turned out that TMZ wasn't too off target because Dalton really was completely unknown to the general public. Dalton is a real estate agent who works at a luxury real estate company, and he met Ariana after her team reached out to him to help Ariana find a property. Ariana immediately fell for Dalton, and in March 2020, reports emerged that the two of them were quarantining together amid the COVID-19 pandemic. By August, Ariana had already publicly professed her love for Dalton, and in December, she announced that Dalton had popped the question. And this is actually pretty on brand with Ariana because she has a long track record of moving fast in her relationships. She actually got engaged to Pete Davidson after just a few weeks of dating and got several tattoos dedicated to him, only to break up 5 months later. Anyways, fans thought that maybe things would turn out differently with Dalton since he was the first man Ariana publicly dated who wasn't part of the entertainment industry. In May 2021, Ariana and Dalton tied the knot in an intimate ceremony at her Montecito home, and Ariana seemed genuinely happy and at peace. However, after Ariana joined The Voice as a coach, fans noticed that her appearance had drastically changed, and she also seemed less carefree and more self-conscious. Now, if you're a fan of Ariana, then you know she always liked goofing around and had a great sense of humor.
You really don't do contacts. I mean, you do mostly, but you wear big glasses.
Nah. If I'm honest, I don't want to see.
Your Edna Mode glasses.
I'm good, man. I've seen enough. Sorry.
But after she married Dalton, Ariana's behavior changed, and fans noticed that she seemed worried and tense in front of the camera.
I miss you guys, though, and I love you so deeply, and I am thinking of you constantly.
Ariana's dramatic weight loss also became a talking point on social media, and after Ariana shared these 2 selfies last October, fans got extremely concerned for her well-being. Some sources initially reported that Ariana lost weight due to stress because she's currently filming the musical Wicked and has a crazy work schedule. But Ariana actually addressed fans' concerns in a TikTok video, claiming that she's healthy at her current weight.
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly and at the lowest points of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy.
However, several blind items later popped up suggesting that Ariana lost weight because Dalton was stressing her out by being too controlling and refusing to adapt to her schedule. One blind item claimed that Ariana was terrified of being seen in public without her wedding ring because Dalton would allegedly make a scene every time she took it off. But what's crazy is that Dalton wasn't keeping those same standards for himself, and he allegedly started seeing other women while Ariana was in the UK filming Wicked. According to another blind item that went viral on TikTok, Ariana begged Dalton to visit her on the set of Wicked and even made arrangements for him to fly in. And instead, he used the opportunity while Ariana was away to meet girls online.
This A-list singer has asked her husband multiple times to fly overseas to see her, but each and every time he has said no because he is far too busy with work. still has time to go to clubs and meet women from online.
Ariana and Dalton apparently decided to take a break earlier this year. However, they seemingly reconciled after a few months because in May, Ariana shared a story to mark her second wedding anniversary with Dalton and wrote, "I love him so." We're now hearing that Ariana really tried hard to make the marriage work, but Dalton just wasn't accommodating enough. And according to one source who spoke to TMZ, after the COVID lockdown ended and Ariana went back to work, Dalton was taken aback by her celebrity and kept complaining about her busy schedule, paparazzi following her everywhere, and work opportunities that took her out of LA. The source also shared that Dalton made an issue out of Ariana's bodyguards always being close to her during public outings, and he apparently believed she didn't need security. Of course, Ariana's fans are not having this because there's simply no way Dalton didn't know how famous Ariana was before they started dating. What's with these Z-listers getting into relationships with A-listers and then hating how famous they are, one fan said. Like, did you not know who she was before? And on top of all of this, according to a new submission to Dumois, back in March, Dalton was caught flirting with a bunch of girls at a celebrity event. And when a fan approached him to ask about Ariana, he claimed he doesn't know her. The fan who contacted Dumois claimed that he saw Dalton at an event surrounded by girls, and he seemed like he was trying to be very low-key and had a hat and shades on. The fan also claimed that Dalton was not acting married, and when their friend approached him and asked, "Do you know who Ariana Grande is?" he allegedly responded, "Never heard of her before." When this person told Dalton that he should definitely know about Ariana because that's his wife, he got spooked that he got caught recognized and practically ran out of the party. Interestingly, this event apparently took place the night before the news broke that Dalton suddenly deactivated his Instagram. Well, it looks like Ariana has had enough of Dalton trying to control her while at the same time playing the field, and she is set to file divorce papers very soon. And it looks like Ariana made the right decision because judging by her recent public appearance at Wimbledon, she seems to be in great spirits and she doesn't look heartbroken at all. Ariana attended the Wimbledon finals with her Wicked co-star Jonathan Bailey and without a wedding ring on her finger. And before you accuse her of moving on too fast, you should know that Jonathan plays for the other team. Now, as for Dalton, he wasted no time moving on, and according to TMZ, he already started dating other people a few months ago. And yes, it's possible that Ariana and Dalton separated a while back and they only now announced it to the public. But it's still kind of weird that Dalton couldn't even wait for the divorce papers before getting back into the dating game. So with all of this in mind, it's no surprise that Ariana's fans are celebrating her decision to separate from Dalton. However, fans are also saying that this should be a lesson to Ariana not to jump into serious relationships too quickly, and they're hoping that this time around, she'll take some time for herself and stay single for a while. Called it from the very beginning, one fan said. It's a huge red flag when someone changes so much and loses so much weight and changes their personality right after getting into a relationship. But everyone was screaming that anyone who was worried about her losing weight is shaming her instead of seeing the red flags and worrying about her well-being. So sorry for her, but happy she got out, wishing her all the best. And another fan added, the marriage relationship felt rushed anyways. It was like she just needed to marry someone after it didn't work out with Pete. Like, girl, it's okay to be single for a while. But what about you? Did you see this coming from the beginning, and do you think that Ariana rushed into her marriage with Dalton? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to check out this next video.